All right, so I'm excited because since my leg is broken, I can't do the work myself. So I get to make some videos of the work actually being done. I've made claims about I know how to make some easy money. So I'm excited that Thursday I'll get to film one of those jobs that pays like $300 an hour, and finally get to show people what I'm talking about and show people how easy it is and explain that gig. But I'm also excited because for the first time, I'm gonna chat about politics or crime, drama. So I don't know if everyone knows this or not, but the Karmello Anthony trial is next week, I believe. And I've been hanging out in the chat groups, and I cannot believe the crazy racism and unhinged that people get. I mean, you peoples, funky ass white people, you people said the ultimate. I just can't get over it. I thought racism didn't exist like this, and man, racism is out there big time. I had no idea. Talk about separation. Wow. Anyways, I wanted to share my point on the Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf trial. First off, I live in McKinney, which is right next to Frisco. I grew up in this area. I know the feel. I know the legal system. I know, the judges' attitudes, the police attitudes out here. I mean, I'm just right here at the front line in it. And let me tell you my stance on it. So, first of all, I'm totally biased, but I want you to know before I tell you what I think about it. So, I was bullied like crazy when I was in high school. This guy, I won't say his name, of course, but this dude picked on me every fucking day, flicked my ears, pushed me, fucking assaulted me, just constantly. I got it everywhere. When I was done getting bullied by this guy, I'd go to my baseball class, and there's some guy on the baseball team that made fun of the way I ran. He'd put his hands on his hips and act like he was gay and call himself, he'd be like, "I'm Francis. Look at me run," shit like that. It's fucking horrible. It was so bad that I hated it so much that I ended up doing steroids and going to the gym every single day, twice a day, and just worked out all the time until I got big enough that, well, it never ends. I mean, if you get big, other people want to push you or challenge you. So, I mean, it's just a constant struggle. You're always fucking fighting, I guess. But, so when I was in high school, and my freshman year of high school, um, I did this guy named Curly's homework. That was the star football player. He's a black guy, big black guy, and he found out that I was getting picked on because he'd come over to my house on the weekends sometimes and play NFL '95 for the PlayStation. And I told him I got picked on by this guy named Jeremy, and Curly ended up taking care of it for me. He let Jeremy know that as long as he goes to school here, you don't fuck with Dustin anymore, man. And if you do, I'm gonna fucking fuck you up as bad as you fucked with him. So just don't do it anymore. So I got a hall pass for a couple of years until he graduated. Um, I remember one time I got oh god, one time these kids got on steroids and I did something to piss his cousin off. And man, this dude just wanted to test out his new steroid strength on me. And man, I'll never forget the time he pushed me. I fucking hit the ground so hard, I think I got knocked out, and I went about 5 feet. I didn't know you could push somebody that far. So I hate bullies. Fucking hate them. And, growing up, I had a lot more black friends than white friends, in college particularly. So just know I'm very, very biased on this whole situation. Don't think that I'm one of the funky ass white people that, thinks this. But here's the deal. What happened? Well, first of all, my personal opinion, people, or parents particularly, should be telling their kids what they should do in a situation like this. You know, uh, Parents should say, look, if you were in Austin's shoes, you should be a good sportsman and welcome Karmello into the tent and tell him, hey man, you're welcome to sit there while it's raining, so you can stay dry. Now, would I have been mature enough to do that in high school? Probably not. But hindsight's 2020. That's the right thing to do, and that's what should be taught. That's what parents should be telling their kids. That's what should be talked about. What should have been done. If you're Carmelo and the situation being what it was, he could have said, he got pushed, and damn man, if you shock put as hard as you push, our team's in trouble. I'm fast, but I can't outrun the rain. Can I just chill here till the rain's done? I mean, he probably could have got a laugh out of him or something, or it's hard to be too serious after somebody says something like that. At least, broke his seriousness. And, the tents. I understand the team tents, that's cool. But, now after this has happened, schools might want to think about taking the logos and labels off of tents and just say the tents are free to anybody that needs them to stay dry under, and not have the segregation or separate, labels, whatever. But, last thing. So, when I first heard about what happened, I was with my friend, Kristen, and when I heard about it, first words out of my mouth, fucking bullies, I can't believe anybody got killed over something like that, but man, I don't have any remorse for bullies. And she says to me, oh no, Dustin, no. My son was in the tent. I was like, oh my God, that's right. Your son goes to that school. Yeah, he does, and he's on the track team. He was in the tent. I mean, he practically had blood splatter on him. And I said, no way, what happened? What happened? And she said, he was not being a bully. He was actually being really nice about the whole situation. And her son would, based on his lifestyle and what, I don't know, friends, he'd be more likely to be on Karmello Anthony's side. But he said that this Austin guy wasn't being mean at all. He was actually being nice about the whole situation. And, it is what it is. I went, that's just what I was told by somebody that was a lot closer to it than anyone else I know. So that's the information I'm going to tend to listen to the most right now until better proof comes out. I mean, kids are kids. They don't always get things right. I don't know. But like I said, I have to go off of what he's saying because he was right there apparently. So, with that being said, I hate that Austin lost his life, man. I feel for his parents. I feel for his brother. I don't know what it's like to die and what happens afterwards. I feel for Austin that he's not around anymore to get to live out his life. I'm sure he loved life. Karmello, man, I've been there, dude. I know what he's going through. I know what it's like maybe to get bullied. I feel like Karmello took that knife to school or to the track meet, and I feel like he baited anybody he could, into pissing him off to where he could use it. I don't think he meant to murder anybody, but I think he baited whoever he got the chance to bait into confrontation. I know when I was in high school, I wanted so badly to fit in that I would practice what I was going to say and what I was going to do and these actions I was going to make to try to be, fit in and make friends. And I'd try to bait people into conversations or saying things so I could say something that maybe they thought was funny and I could get some cool points. So that's what I think happened. I think he thought it out and decided he was going to show somebody he's not the guy to pick on. I don't think he meant to kill anybody, but I think he planned on stabbing somebody. And I don't want Karmello Anthony to go to jail for the rest of his life. I mean, jail sucks, okay? Honestly, you'll think I'm crazy. Jail sucks so bad that I think for murder, for murdering an adult and murdering another adult for passion or something, I think they should get like 7 years in prison, because 1 year in prison sucks. 2 days in prison sucks. A week in prison sucks. A month in prison really sucks. I guess you kind of get used to it after about a month, and maybe it goes by faster. I don't know. I haven't never been there too long. I've only been in jail for small stuff. So, you know, taking somebody's life away, ending their life early, he probably deserves about 20 years. I mean, 20 years really, 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 really sucks. But here's the thing. Picked on, whatever. If you think that somebody's going to stab another kid and kill him over being pushed, and the legal system is going to say, we find that okay, you're innocent of any crime, enjoy your life, case dismissed. That's not going to happen. If it happened, then kids would start stabbing kids on a daily basis at school every time they get upset over small things. And kids would be dying left and right, and kids would be saying, whoa, self-defense, man, I fear for my life. He pushed me. If you think that he's going to be found innocent, you're delusional. I mean, that's all I can say. It's impossible for him to be found innocent. Impossible. Again, totally biased. Don't want either one of them bad things to happen to him. It's too late for Austin. Sucks. It sucks that Karmello Anthony's going to lose his life. He probably wasn't that bad of a kid. He just made one mistake. So that's what I know. That's what I heard. And that's my first political or criminal podcast or video. So I hope you like it. Leave comments. Come back next week after the trial and let's see if I was right. I might be wrong. I have this autistic talent or power where I can predict things that people are going to do and whatnot, and I really have a good feeling that's how it's going to go. And I'm normally right on these type of things. Don't get all mad at me over my opinion. It's just my opinion. Welcome to say your opinion. Don't get racist. Please, not on my comments. I don't want my YouTube to be hateful, hate-filled. Just leave your opinion and back it up with some evidence, or I think this is going to be like Roe versus Wade, possibly. Oh, it would be like Roe versus Wade if he's found innocent. I mean, it'd be like a game change to the legal system, and it'd be Roe versus Wade level change in policy. So let me know what you think. Interested to hear.